Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven. This is Northwest Small Batch Brewing. And about 2 years ago, I made a ginger beer video that wasn't even really ginger beer. It was a sugar-free ginger soda, really. But it quickly became my most viewed video of all time. So I thought, maybe it's time to review or revisit that video. So this is sugar-free ginger beer 2.0. We're making it boozy. Let's go. All right, let's head over to the kitchen and let's get this thing going, shall we? So I started off with 400 grams of ginger. I left the peel on but rinsed it off in the sink and then chopped it up in this food processor. And then I added it to a mesh bag, which you can get from any homebrew store or online if you look up for a milk bag. And you can use that as a big tea bag. Next, drop 500 grams of allulose into the bowl. This is a non-fermentable sugar, link in the description. Cardamom, nutmeg, black pepper. Wash your orange or get an organic one, and then slice it into slices and quarters, and then toss it into your little tea bag. Get yourself a fancy juicer or use your hands, whatever it takes, and add the juice of 2 lemons to your pot. 1 gram, 2 grams, Fermaid K, yeast nutrients. Half a gallon of water. Let it all come to a boil or a simmer for about 15 minutes. Turn off the heat and then drain your little tea bag and squeeze out all the good juices. I put the second half gallon of my water in the refrigerator while this was all happening so it gets nice and cold. And now I'm going to add that second half, the half gallon, to bring my total up to 1 gallon of water into the pot. While it's cooling, I'm going to slice open 1 more lemon and put the juice of 1 more lemon into the pot. I'm now adding 1 pound of sugar. This will completely get eaten by the yeast and turn into alcohol later on. Cool down your ginger beer to room temperature and then pour it into your fermenter. I'm using the Little Big Mouth from Northern Brewer. All right, we're in the home stretch. Shake the hell out of your fermenter to get oxygen in it for about a minute. All right, folks, it's time to add the yeast. I'm using some wine yeast that I happen to have left over, but you can use any kind of yeast you want, even bread yeast, 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon, and then stick an airlock on it with some sanitizer or white liquor, and then put it aside for a month.
1 eternity later.
All right, so it's been a month, and the ginger beer is ready to bottle. So I'm just going to show you one time through. I'm not going to make you watch me bottle every single one of these, but basically I'm going to take a bottle and sanitize it. You can see that I've taken a sanitized bottling wand and I've connected it to the spigot on the fermenter. And I'm just going to put a carbonation drop. I believe it's like 3 grams of sugar, so you can just use regular table sugar if you want. And then I'm going to use the bottling wand to fill the bottle with beer, or in this case, when it gets to the top of the bottle, there's enough displacement with the bottling wand that if you just stop when it hits the top of the bottle and take the bottle down, it'll give you the perfect amount of headspace. And then I'm going to take a sanitized crown cap, use a capper, and cap the bottle. And that extra little bit of sugar from that drop that I put in there will create all the carbonation after a couple of weeks. All right, guys, so it's been a month, and I took the ginger beer and I put it into bottles, as you saw, and I let it sit in the bottles at room temperature for 2 weeks. To be honest, it's been a little over 2 weeks, but it takes about 2 weeks to carbonate, and it looks pretty clear in the bottle. Hopefully it's nicely carbonated. 6% alcohol. Oh, I didn't get much hiss on that. Let's see. I don't know why I'm using this glass. I'm kind of out of better glassware, but I can see some carbonation, but maybe not. I don't know. Let's see what it tastes like. Nice and clear, though. Ooh, smells gingery. Yeah, there is carbonation. It doesn't really look like it in the glass, but I think there's carbonation. Yeah, that's good. Very nice. Perfect amount of sweetness. Nice ginger burn in the back of your throat. And letting it sit for that month while it's, fermenting. And then it just clears so nicely. It looks more like a soda than it does, the cloudiness that you get from the first version I made of this stuff that didn't have alcohol. And I'll be honest, this is dangerous. It does not taste like 6% alcohol in this thing. So there you go. It turned out great. Tastes great. I can't guarantee the sweetness level that you may or may not want. Taste it before you start fermenting it and see if you feel like it's too sweet or not sweet enough. You may have to adjust. But for me, this is about right. It's not as sweet as a soda, but it's not like gonna be bitter and sour, Anyway, I hope you like my version 2.0 of a boozy ginger beer. So until next time, thanks for stopping by and watching, and I'll be back again soon for another video. And until then, keep on brewing.